Yo, what's good? It's your boy Tap, and I'm back like a quick attack. And this time, I'm a fire type trainer. Now, this challenge was also really fun, but my favorite part of this challenge might be my outfit. I really like the outfit I put together for this. Now, for this, we only use one team, but I do want to review a lot of these battles because even the losses are fire. Pun intended. Now, let's talk about what we have to do to prepare to be a fire type gym leader. As a fire type gym leader, we are super effective against grass, ice, bug, and steel. The typings that we are not very effective against are fire, water, rock, and dragon. And the typings that we resist ourselves include fire, grass, ice, bug, steel, and fairy. And the typings that are super effective against us include water, ground, and rock. Now, as you can see from our team build, we went for a sort of pseudo ABB team with a fighter in the front and two flyers in the back. Now, as a fire type gym leader, it's kind of impossible to defend against water. I try to think about it for a bit, and there's Volcanion, but there isn't like a Great League Volcanion. Capsicid isn't in the game yet, so there aren't really any, to my knowledge, any fire types that are neutral to water type damage. So I guess we just have to leave that out of our head, right? But we can do something about rock, and we can do something about ground. The way we can handle rock is we can put a firefighter in the front of either Ember or Blaziken. We settled on Blaziken because Blaziken this season has a little buff in that of Aura Sphere and Ember, and we went for triple Shadow for this team because it was just fun and pretty saucy. I think we only ended up using one team, but we do have 2 to 3 sets plus a bonus UL battle. So you can see that, like, I have Blaziken in the front that can probably handle Bastiodon or any other like rock type sorta, because we're neutral to the rock type damage, and we do have the Aura Sphere, and then we have 2 Pokemon extremely weak to rock in the back. Our goal is to safe swap Talonflame to bait out said rock type, and then have to open up the lane for Charizard to sweep. Now that we understand the advantages and disadvantages of being a fire type gym leader, let's get into these battles. We're getting into the first battle, and it's Blaziken into Stunfisk. Now this really sucks. So we don't have to bait a ground type because it's in the front, and so we're just gonna go straight for Aura Sphere. Probably should have baited the Blast Burn, but we go straight for Aura Sphere. They're gonna get to the second Mud Bomb in 4, and they let the Aura Sphere go. Actually, they do send the Mud Bomb 1, and I catch the nice. So I know that they get to the Mud Bomb in 4, and so I wait and I catch the Mud Bomb on my Talonflame to get a head start on energy here, and we bait out a Furret. Now Furret should, in theory, okay. Well, he got through a bit early, but we send our Flame Charge. We're down 1 shield and they have 2 shields, and they finally give us a shield on the Flame Charge. And I do think that the smart play would be to let this Talonflame go. Let's see what I decide to do. And yeah, we do let the Talonflame go. And we already have an Aura Sphere loaded because of the catch that we made, and so we're able to come right back in and throw it right away. This will threaten a shield, but they let it go. They don't want to go down 2 shields either. This Pokemon is extremely low, so unless the last Pokemon is a Bastiodon or Carbink or some kind of water type, we should win this game. And we do get a shield, so it looks like they're afraid of Blaziken a little bit, and I wonder if I take this information and realize that. So yeah, I take that information, and I'm likely gonna go for the farm now. The last Pokemon is Clefable, and we're just gonna go straight for the Blast Bird and send it. Blast Bird connects, and the Shadow Blast Burn completely one-shots, dude. And we show our Charizard just to show our Charizard, and we Ember it down. That was fantastic. Alright, getting into the next battle. And it's Blaziken into Scizor, and dude, Scizor has nowhere to go, bro. Being a fire type gym leader and seeing the Scizor is super satisfying. They say swap a Stunfisk, and we just have to stay here. My only hope is that one day or one moment in this battle, I can just get my Talonflame onto that Scizor. Let's hope that happens in this, because once Talonflame is on that Scizor, those Incinerates will 2-shot it like they are charge moves. And these Stunfisk, because they're so bulky, they love just letting it go. And instead of just playing this out like I should have, I go for a catch on my Talonflame. Sometimes you show off when you're on stream, and damn, bro, I thought they reacted too slowly to the catch. I thought they reacted quick enough to the catch to throw a discharge, but they throw a Mud Bomb anyway, and they just let go of the game because they're like, there are 2 fire types. My Scizor has nowhere to go, and they just give up. We're getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Pidgeot. Now, this is a complete core breaker in the lead right here. I'm assuming we safe swap. And yeah, we do safe swap into our Talonflame to bait out potentially something strong against Charizard, but they stay in here. I'm going to shield because I'm a glassy Talonflame. They go for Air Cutter. They don't get the boost, and like, we do 1 Incinerate and queue up the Flame Charge, but this Pidgeot is already so deleted that I'm just like, I'm happy in the position that we're in because we have a Blaziken in the front that was terrified of this thing, and because of the boost on the Flame Charge, the subsequent Incinerate just takes out that Pidgeot, and they get no use out of it. Them having Umbreon in the back is really nice because at least we have a target for our Blaziken, and they are now down 2 shields. Unless this Umbreon is on Psychic, we don't have much to fear. And they switch out into an Excadrill, and we just, yo, dude. We just send the Aura Sphere into this Excadrill, and this will not be on the field for too long. And that Shadow Excadrill is gone, and I switch into my Charizard, just to show it, I believe. And we can just let this go. Umbreon queues up a move, and it's Psychic, and they do have the Psychic, which makes me wonder why they didn't threaten it. Okay, so I'm gonna send my Blast Burn now, and this should do like Shadow Blast Burn, even though Umbreon is one of the most bulkiest Pokemon in Great League. Let's see how much this does. Oof, okay, I would say that's around 60-65%. That's a pretty good amount of damage against an Umbreon. Now, I'm just gonna let this go and try to get up to a Aura Sphere. We get to the Aura Sphere, and Umbreon is bye-bye. I love you, Umbreon, but gotta go. All right, getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Blastoise. Now, our backline obviously never wants to see a Blastoise, so I'm glad we're going to take this neutral rollout damage here, and we're just going to go for the Aura Sphere on good timing, which means we're going to throw on 7. So we do 7 Embers, and we queue up the Aura Sphere. Let's see how this Blastoise wants to... Okay, well, it does respect the Aura Sphere, and it should. If it knew my line, it would know to just pivot out or something, but he doesn't know my line, so he's staying in here. If only he knew he was facing a Fire-type gym leader. And we do 1 Ember and queue up another Aura Sphere. They let it go. It does the craziest amount of damage you ever did see. Now, I don't think it would be smart to shield here. I truly don't think it would be smart to shield here because we only have Fire-type Pokemon, so it's like, let's get a head start on something. We decide to get a head start on our Charizard. We get 2 Embers. Let's see what their second Pokemon is. It ends up being Charjabug. I'm not going to bait. I'm going straight for the Blast Burn. And I kind of wish I baited, but we full send a Blast Burn and pivot into Talonflame, and they're loaded. But we're at the Flame Charge now. We definitely win. We will win CMP. So this trainer has to go for a catch. I'm probably still going to undertap, but they have to catch, and they do catch it. But unluckily for them, they catch it on a Steelix. So this Pokemon was completely weak to Fire types in the back, and I'm pretty sure that they're really sad that they let their Blastoise just go like that. And Greedy Me, I don't know what it was that I just did there, but Greedy Me just doesn't tap on the Flame Charge, and we just lose this game that we did not have to lose. As you can see in chat, someone said flinched. Yeah, I had super effective flinch on me. All right, getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Malamar. Okay, now this really sucks. So I'm going to want to say swap. Those Shadow Sidewave damage is going to do too much. And it still gets through for some reason. They get 1 Sidewave through, and we switch to a Talonflame. We bait out an Azumarill, which I'm happy to see, but also I'm not happy to see. What am I saying? I'm happy to see Azu. We bait out an Azu, and we're pretty much core broken. Like, we don't have any major super effective damage against this thing, but we do have heavy damage. I guess that this trainer was scared of a Brave Birds and Swap, and so they shield up their Azu, but they didn't need to. Azu can just cook this entire team by itself. Azu was like 3 Pokemon in one. It's so goddamn bulky. All right, we don't make it to the fly. And I like that their shield's down now. Anything that they throw except for Hydro Pump would be neutral, but we are a classy Blaziken, so I respect putting up the shield there. I don't know what this play is. I'm trying to catch a play rough, and yeah, that's a good play. That's a good play because it's not very effective here, whereas it would be neutral against my Blaziken. And we're able to get to the Air Cutter before this Malamar can throw a move. And because we're both Shadow, I'm assuming that this Air Cutter does enough to take out the Malamar. And I was actually right. Oh, wow. One more Ember, and Malamar is dead, and we get an attack boost. The fire, not the final Pokemon, but Azu comes back in. Oh my God, bro. Dude, why didn't I throw the Air Cutter? Wow. Okay, so yeah, as a Fire-type gym leader, clearly we were just throwing. But we do get a positive set out of it, but yeah, we were just throwing, man. Alright, so let's get into the next battle. And it's a Doublade lead, and that's fantastic for us, man. We are triple strong into this Doublade. And let's see what they want to do. They save swap a Wigglytuff. We throw a couple of counters and switch over to Talonflame, because these Incinerates are really going to cook. They're going to try to debuff us with Icy Wind, but that's the reason why we chose Talonflame, because we can buff our attack right back up. They're never going to want to come back in with Doublade. We're going to do 1 Incinerate and then queue up a Flame Charge. I'm wondering now how much this opponent cares about their Wigglytuff. And they do care about it a bit, so they throw up a shield. And I'm able to queue up another Flame Charge. I don't agree with this play. I think the right play is 1 Flame Charge, 2 flies. But we queue up another Flame Charge, and they let it go. The third Pokemon is Mandibuzz. Obviously, they were not going to come in Doublade to a boosted Talonflame. But, and we're also not able to get to the fly before they can chuck a move at us. I do put up the shield because I'm not really afraid of the damage on Doublade. Doublade normally runs Gyro Ball and Sacred Sword. So as long as I can get my Charizard onto it, we're kind of chilling. We do get a shield and we switch, and I like that we settle for the Blast Burn instead of Aura Sphere. They're both neutral, and Blast Burn would do way more damage. This trainer is going to be mind blown when he sees the third fire type. Okay, so Blast Burn nearly takes out the Mandibuzz, but we know who Mandibuzz is, and it's too bulky for life, and it sends a Shadow Ball at us and completely takes us out. We don't even wait the timer down or anything like that. We go straight into our Charizard, and he knows what time it is, and he just leaves. One thing I've noticed about these Shadow battles is that they're pretty fast. Alright, so next battle is Blaziken into Corviknight. Fantastic lead for us. I mean, not the most fantastic lead, but fantastic in the fact that we have 3 answers to it. We bait out a Clodsire, and I'm so happy about this because we would not want our Charizard to see the Clodsire unless shields were down. Clodsire has no kind of moves to debuff us, so we're just going to keep ramping up our Incinerate damage, and Clodsire will stop looking like the bulky Pokemon it is. Clodsire is normally an extremely bulky monster, but because of these Shadow Incinerates and the boost of Flame Charge, he starts to look very soft like a Morpeko. We queue up, we do 1 Incinerate, we queue up another Flame Charge. He should probably respect this if he wants to try to flip for Switch, but I don't think it's possible. He does respect it, and I'm going to fight for Switch for sure. I'm going to fight for Switch because I'm pretty sure that the next Incinerate takes out. They send a Stone Edge, and they don't allow me to take them out. They come in fast with their Feraligatr, which is the play. That's a vibey play, bro. We just lose now. We just lose. Like, we go down. Yeah. I don't know what we intend to do here, but let's see how this works out. There's no way this Hydro Cannon doesn't just delete us, man. Yeah. Yeah, this is game over, dude. 1 Feraligatr, up a shield, 3 fire types. There is no win condition for us. Oh, they have no shields. Can we outpace to Air Cutter, take them out, and then maybe sweep? Let's see. Hold up. And we get the Air Cutter off. This should definitely be enough to get rid of this Feraligatr. Oh, and they come in Corviknight. And I don't... Wait, hold up. Well, we had to go for the Blast Burn. So if this is payback, we're just cooked. And it is payback. We just lose to a Steel type as a Fire type gym leader. GG's well played to my opponent. Alright, getting into the next battle. And it's Blaziken into Corviknight again. Let's see if we can get some redemption. We Safe Swap into our Talonflame again, and we bait out an Azu. It's a really hard knock life as a Fire type gym leader. This challenge, I don't remember it feeling as hard as the other challenges because the normal type challenge was really hard. But after reviewing these videos now, like, yeah, Fire type challenge was extremely challenging. We're gonna shield here so that we can threaten a shield. They full send the Ice Beam. Well, not full send, but they send an Ice Beam. And we queue up a Fly after doing 1 Incinerate. Fly doesn't land. And I wonder what we want to do here. Okay, so we put up the shield. And we're making the same mistake we made last time. But I think that our thought process is we see a water type here. It's probably not going to be 2 water types, but you really never know. If you see Corviknight in the lead, there's always a huge possibility that the Pokemon is going to be, the second Pokemon is going to be a Mud Slapper because it's just a really good core. A Mud Slapper, not a Mud Slapper, a Mud Boy, like a water ground type like Gastrodon, pairs really well with Corviknight. So if there is a Gastrodon back there, we are probably just cooked. Ice Beam doesn't quite take us out, and they switch out into the, oh my god. Yo, dude, I'm reviewing these battles. I haven't played this in a while, but yeah, team reading is a very important skill, right? But this reminds me of something I think about a lot of the times. Like, sometimes you can do team reading and it doesn't matter. Yeah, team reading is a really huge skill, but you can do team reading and it doesn't matter. And they get the water pulse off, and yeah, we're just cooked. GG's, well played, opponent. All right, getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Morpeko. Morpeko's terrifying. We definitely don't want. Well, not really, because Talonflame does okay, surprisingly, into Morpeko. They switch out immediately into Togekiss, and what are we doing? Okay, we do a couple. I guess we want to get close to an Aura Sphere so that we can at least be ahead of energy on the Morpeko when we see it again. Which I'm not mad at that play, because if you're not on an energy head start against Morpeko, you're normally just cooked. They land a side shock and it does way more damage than I would like for it to do. We do one more incinerate and queue up a flame charge. I'm assuming they don't give us a shield. They have a more Pico back there, and it's like you give up shields and more Pico just lose. So yeah, trainer smart, doesn't give up shield. We should be able to get an incinerate through, and that's fire. I'm satisfied with the incinerate. The problem is here, they don't have to go aura wheel to win this batch because we are a shadow fighting type, and those psychic fangs will really cook. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just go straight psychic fangs. We're gonna shield here because we have to respect anything they throw. Even if they were in dark type mode and they threw a dark type aura wheel, we would just get cooked. They come in. Their last Pokemon is Greninja, and yeah. What are you supposed to do, dude? Like, what are you supposed to do? Okay, so we go 1-4 in that other set, and yeah, a lot of water types, a lot of like counters, and yeah, it's a hard knock life as a fire type gym leader. Let's get into the next battle. All right, so it's Blaziken into Pharaoh, and yeah, this is horrible, but at least Pharaoh is glassy. So if we say swap into our Talonflame and we get an Incinerate through, it'll do a big chunk of damage. They counter swap a Cradily, and it's on Bullet Seed. We queue up the Flame Charge. And they shield up the flame charge. They want to debuff us before they take any damage, which makes sense to me. And obviously we have to respect anything. I mean, not anything. Grass Knot wouldn't, but they would never throw Grass Knot, so we just have to respect it. They're never going to bait. They're always going to want to debuff or get rid of us. So they're going to queue up another one. Rock Tomb comes through. We shield it up, and we're just going to do one more and queue up a flame charge. I really think we should be going double fly here, but hindsight 2020. We don't get a shield about it, and our attack is boosted again. Pharaoh comes in, and they're able to outpace us to a Drill Peck. It's going to do a lot of damage. Just knock us out, probably. Yeah, just straight up, you just get knocked out there. And I think we should probably come in Charizard. We don't have a choice. And we're just going to chuck an Air Cutter. They don't try to catch it. And let's see if we get a shield from this Pharaoh. Pharaoh does give up a shield, so now that shields are down, depending on what the line is, if there's no water types, there's a chance for us. Drill Peck comes through and it just one-shots my Shadow, and I don't think we're gonna outpace them. We just have to go. Now, in the beginning of the video, I said I was showcasing one team, but I forgot about one adjustment that we did make. I'm pretty sure we kept the same backline, but we started considering Solar Beam Ninetales. Like, maybe we can catch some water type slip in. Like, we just keep losing to any water type that shows up. We finally get the Solar Beam on our Ninetales, and we're gonna go in and hopefully we catch some trainer slipping. I feel like with the Solar Beam thing, it's so expensive that like a lot of times you get mad when people shield a Solar Beam because you want to be like, you want to see the nuke. But like once somebody sees you charge up that much energy and you're staying into a matchup that obviously if you had any other answers you wouldn't stay in, you gotta understand why they would shield a Solar Beam, because it is just a really big lose con. Why just lose to an obvious Solar Beam? The lead for this particular match is Guzzlord into our Ninetales, and I would rather still have my Blaziken, but that's just the nature of this game. As soon as you switch your lead, bro, like all of a sudden the stuff that you were seeing aren't there anymore. Okay, so we charge up to a Solar Beam on our Ninetales and we catch on our Talonflame. I love this play because I just want to like catch something slipping, like maybe something comes in later that's a water type and we can just nuke it. Now our Glassy Talonflame is not having a fun time and they catch on a Magcargo. Oh my god, dude. Oof. Now it's a bad time to not have our Blaziken. Honestly, dude, this is the worst time to not have our Blaziken. We decide to adjust, and the game punishes us for it. And we're gonna send a Fly, which isn't gonna do a lot of damage at all. And I mean, it does a healthy amount. I just go, I go into my Ninetales, and on CMP, I just queue up a Solar Beam, and they probably think we're on Scorching Sand, so we should have baited. Yeah, we should have baited. Obviously, I mean, like Scorching Sands is a very common choice for Ninetales, console Ninetales users. And yeah, there's no win condition here. And it's Ninetales into Gastrodon. This is fine though. We have two flying type Pokemon in the back, so we can just switch, get an energy head start. And they panic swap. They legit panic swap here, and they come in with their Corviknight. We're just gonna go for the Flame Charge right away and shield whatever they throw. A boosted Talonflame is just way too scary. And yeah, this is either a panic swap or they have another Flying Steel or something like that, but this is more than likely a panic swap. Oh wow, and they survive long enough to get to another move. Don't feel like going down 2 shields here, so we will let the Air Cutter go. It does a big chunk of damage, but not enough to get us into the red, so we still have a lot of Talonflame left to use. In comes Dunsparce, and you know what I mean, it's just a nightmare. This is honestly a nightmare. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Listen, he might not know, he might not respect it. He's got his Dunsparce, he's got to save a shield for it. I shield up here. And it's a good shield because it's a water pulse. We do 1 ember and we queue up the solar beam with fingers crossed, bro. Gash it on. We're on scorching sands. It's weather ball overheat. You don't have to shield. And of course, man. Of course, man. Of course, man. But yeah, man. Again, like, no one's dumb. You brought in your 9 tails because you have solar beam. Like, no one's an idiot. Yeah. And then they make the nicest catch of the fly onto their Dunsparce, and they knew we had the energy. They knew we were gonna snipe. This must have been like a. This trainer is a good trainer. This trainer wasn't a scrub at all. This trainer made a lot of good plays. We get to the air cutter, and I don't think Dunsparce is glassy enough for this to be enough to get rid of it. Oh, whoa! Oh yeah, it's not 1 HP, bro. Zipane. They do get the rock slide off. And why are we playing this out? Yeah, another rock slide off. And this is GG's. Yo, being a fire type trainer was harder than I remembered. I think I was more hyped about the outfit than I was about the battles. Alright, so we give Ninetales one more try. We are just desperate. We're itching to land a solar beam into something because obviously as a fire type gym leader, there really isn't a lot of coverage for water. We've seen a lot of Gastros, Azus. I've been even seeing Greninjas and stuff. So, alright, this is our first good lead. We get a fantastic lead here, and it is a Abomasnow. They immediately switch into Typhlosion. And because I have an Incinerate user in the back, I don't have to dance. I'm just going to stay right here. Now, I'm pretty sure I live a Blast Burn or a Thunder Punch. I wonder how much I respect this. And they full send a Blast Burn. It does take us into red health because Blast Burn is just great. So we do 2 Embers and we queue up a Solar Beam, right? And we're sending a Solar Beam, a Grass type move into a Fire type Pokemon. And they no-shield it and it one-shots them almost. Literally 1 Ember away and they're dead. Alright, so we finally land a move. We finally land a Solar Beam, and it's on a not very effective opponent, but luckily we do get the big boom that we desire from the Solar Beam. We land a Weather Ball into their Tyranitar, and we are at a Pokemon and Shield parity, except for the fact that Tyranitar is ahead on energy. Nice shiny Shadow Tyranitar, by the way, trainer. So we come in, and we come in with our Talon Flame, and they immediately swap into their Abomasnow, and it's just game over now. Right? Because we can do so much damage with our Incinerates because Tyranitar is pretty glassy in the Great League. So I'm assuming what we're doing here is we're just going to keep buffing up our damage and just getting rid of this Tyranitar. So yeah. Give another flame charge. And they're able to make it to another brutal swing, but we still have a shield. Oh, my bad. They full sent a Stone Edge. I guess they were just like, hey, listen, kamikaze style. And we get a win as a fire type gym leader. So let's get into the next battle. And for this battle, we switch back to Blaziken because I think the Solar Beam hype was a little bit too much wishful thinking. So we go back to like, hey, listen, we can't do anything about water, and let's just try Blaziken again. We see a Primeape lead, and yeah, this is scary. Primeape is just a scary Pokemon. We save swap into Talonflame, and they stay in. Now, I don't imagine I respect the damage here. It's probably a close combat, Ice Punch, Rage Fist. None of these things will take me out. They send a Rage Fist, and I undertap the Flame Charge because they'd outpace us if we didn't. We do get a shield about it. And now we're at 2-to-1 shield advantage, and they come in with a Cradily. So we should probably definitely get the shield from this Cradily because we're boosted. And I don't know. I mean, maybe we don't get the shield because like I don't know why they made this play. But, oh yeah, we don't get the shield. So Primeape's almost dead, and Cradily is now loaded on energy. But I'm gonna come in with my Blaziken, shield up this Rock Tomb, and just farm down. So far, it's Primeape and Cradily. Now, Primeape needs an answer. So he probably has another rock type back there. Or, I mean, because we're really afraid of flying and fairy and psychic. Fine. Maybe a steel type back there. So we pivot and we switch into our Charizard and oh yeah, oh wow, there is a steel type back there, Corviknight. I don't know why I let them catch this air cutter, but A1 on our team reading, which is probably what we were doing live on stream, we probably registered that there was a steel type back there, and we kind of just wanted to pivot to get an energy head start. They have to settle for an air cutter because we would make it to the Blast Burn, and we are going to make it to the Blast Burn to get rid of this Corviknight, the steel type they had in the back to protect their Primeape, and it's not going to protect anything. Blast Burn connects, and Corviknight's dead, and we're able to Ember down the Primeape. GG's, well played to me. All right, getting into the next battle. And we stuck with Blaziken. Ninetales is too much wishful thinking, and we get lucky as hell with a Scizor lead. Now, let's see if we can pull this into a win. Scizor has nowhere to run. He has no idea yet. in comes the bane of our life, which is a water type. But we are ahead on energy, so staying here and just going straight water aura sphere is definitely the vibe. I think because we are ahead on energy, winning this matchup should be possible. Especially if they just no shield the aura sphere. We're just gonna shield here and just force alignment. Scissor's really afraid of fire, so I'm assuming that there's a huge possibility there's another water type back there. But there could also be okay. So they're ABA weak to fire. The last Pokemon being Charjabug, and they properly shield up the Blast Burn. We are very weak to Incinerate damage in the back, so we're hoping we can get to the Aura Sphere. We do get to the Aura Sphere. We're also hoping our opponent can't count and that they shield this Aura Sphere. Now, if they shield this Aura Sphere, my best bet is to pivot right away. But oh no, we died to the Volt Switch damage. And we come in. I get why we come in with Charizard here, because we can just beat Scizor without throwing any charge moves in the back. And I do like this, like forcing this Charjabug to throw all their energy, knowing that they were so loaded, just coming in with my Charizard and sacking it, making sure this thing is dry. And it survives on 1 HP, and we're able to switch into our Talonflame. 2 Incinerates actually get rid of this Charjabug, which puts me in an amazing position, because now we're 1 Incinerate away from the Flame Charge, and there's really nothing that this Scizor can do about it. Yeah, so we get a win as a fire type gym leader. GG's, well played to my opponent. Okay, now getting into the next battle, it's a double lead, and double is either the scariest damage is Wild Charge. Payback would be resisted. Body Slam would be neutral. We're trying to throw on good timing, but they throw first, and let's see what this is. They do Wild Charge, so apparently they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave, and they come into a Marowak. This is really sketchy because we're 1 shield down, and Marowak is here. We're able to get the Flame Charge off before they queue up their charge move, and the problem is here, we have to call a bait, or I mean, this is just really sketchy. Or we decide not to call the bait, and we get punished for it, because obviously they're gonna bait. I mean, there's also a possibility that they wouldn't, because we have 1 shield, so they just want to guarantee. Yeah, but now we're gonna get rock slided. This is rough. Okay, now they come back in double, and I go straight for the air cutter here. Guess I was afraid. Shields down, and I didn't want them to potentially get to the Wild Charge. And it's a bad play, because look at how much energy we had on Blaziken, and we just let them get a head start, and now they're gonna outpace us. Yeah. Now I have no idea what the third Pokemon is. But it really needs to be something that Charizard can beat. We do get an attack boost. And the last Pokemon is Corviknight. Now, I don't want them to catch. I really don't want them to catch. So I wait. And they end up coming in Marowak, trying to get to a move, but they don't. Now we have 2 Blast Burns loaded. And despite making some misplays, we're able to win this game because the last Pokemon was a Steel type. Blast Burn 1-shots the Corviknight, and we win another battle as a fire type gym leader. So it's Blaziken into Azumarill, and yeah, this is gonna be a pretty uphill battle. I mean, yeah, water type is really hard to defeat as a fire type gym leader, and Azu is probably one of the hardest water types to get through. Let's see if we can power through this. Azu obviously rightfully no shields, but it does do a substantial amount of damage. They are now at half health from just the embers and the blast burn. And yeah, Azu knows what it can do. Azu knows what it's capable of, but it's so low now that I kind of just like the position I'm in, because as a fire type gym leader, having the water type Pokemon be neutralized is pretty awesome. Now, unless this trainer is like ABA water or something, we're actually in a pretty good position. We should probably let this go. We're gonna need a shield for our Shadow Charizard. And we are able to incinerate down an Azu, and that feels really good. And the second Pokemon is Greninja. They're ABA water. And I mean, it doesn't just yeah, they're ABA water. This is like I don't know if you ever watch any streams or anything like that, but a lot of streamers like to make this joke a lot about how we get sniped and stuff. Like, we'll just say that on stream, like, is this a snipe? And now that I'm rewatching this battle, I'm like, is this a snipe, dude? Like, who's ABA water, bro? Like, you know what I mean, dude? Like, who's ABA water like that? Alright, so get into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Doublade. Okay, good, nice. So we get a steel type lead here, and that thing has nowhere to go, but it doesn't even know it yet. And so let's see what it wants to do. Okay, well, if it wants to go for its Sacred Sword, I will respect it because the Pokemon in the back don't have to. So if they want to do something like that and then pivot, I don't mind. So they send the Sacred Sword and then they pivot into Talonflame. Yeah, Talonflame isn't that scary. We're all fire types, but it's just about how they use their shields and how I use my energy. So we do 2 Embers and queue up a Blast Burn for good timing. And they shield it. And so I'm just gonna go into my my own Talonflame and get a head start here. I like this play. So now we're at a 1 to shield advantage, and unless this is Brave Bird, we can still get some use out of our Talonflame. And this isn't Brave Bird, and we're just gonna queue up our fly. They don't attempt to catch or anything like that. This is a non-shadow Talonflame, so they probably live this fly. I would love for them not to though. Oh, they don't live the fly. Oh, they must have another steel type. That's the only explanation, is that they have another steel type. I don't like this play. I don't like this play, Tap. What are you doing? This is a really bad play, Tap. You just let this thing get an energy head start for no good reason, and now you're shielding what is probably a Gyro Ball. All right, Tap, you're the best, dude. Oh, lucky for us, the last Pokemon ends up being Toad School. So despite our misplays, we win another battle as a fire type gym leader. Okay, now getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Talonflame. All right, well, this is pretty sketchy. I think I want to go into my own Talonflame, but I don't. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, all right, I do 1 Ember and I go into my own Talonflame, which is probably the right play. Now they have the ability to do a big move like Brave Bird and then switch out, so I'm gonna respect it. And yeah, so they full send the Brave Bird, and their second Pokemon is Lapras. This is pretty sketchy, you know. I don't really want to take any side wave damage on my Blaziken, and I also don't want to take any Sparkling Arias on any of my Pokemon. And okay, well, I guess they were thinking we were going to nuke back, but we don't. And well, we send a Flame Charge. So now we're boosted, and we're going to send a boosted Flame Charge in. They've already burned 1 shield, so let's see if they want to burn 2. They don't. And now that Lapras, which is the water type we are very afraid of, is almost neutralized. I really like this. I wouldn't be surprised if we just let this go so we can get an energy head start on something else. And let's see what we decide we want the energy head start on. We decide we want the energy head start on Blaziken. And back comes the Talonflame. And I throw the Blast Burn on pretty bad timing. They shield it too. And I pivot into my Charizard here. Now I'm assuming that they're just gonna Brave Bird and dip again. It seems like this trainer's playstyle. And so they do, they Brave Bird and dip. And their last Pokemon is Weezing, and we resist the Fairy Winds. Brutal Swing would be neutral, and Sludge will be neutral, but Sludge would do a lot of damage. We go straight for the Blast Burn to get rid of Weezing, and lucky for us, it really is enough to just get rid of it. We're able to outpace them to a move by sending our Air Cutter, and because we're a Shadow, I imagine this does one-shot or take them out. People hate when I say one-shot when they're half health, but yeah, it does take them out. And lucky for us, we're able to claim a 4-1 for that set. Straight out of Kanto. All right, getting into the next battle. And we get a Steel type lead, which is fantastic. It's probably running either Thunderfang or Dragon Tail. They save swap a Cradily, and I'm happy as hell they've done that because I have more fire type damage in the back that they're not aware that I have, and we can outpace. But we do get a shield about it, which is fantastic. I mean, obviously we should get a shield. It would be dumb for them not to shield out. They send a rock to him. I'm not going anywhere. It would be very dumb for me to go somewhere. So I'm probably going to try to CMP tie them. And I do. Well, no, they go for the extra. Yo, even with the debuff, Aurasphere is still enough. Okay, here goes Regidrago. And I go straight for the Blast Burn. This Regidrago, this is pretty scary. We do land the Blast Burn. It takes them to almost half health, and I decide to pivot into my Talonflame instead of letting them get the farm down. They're gonna outpace us. I'm probably going to need to respect the Dragon Energy. And they come back in with their Thunderfang Steelix, and we queue up the. I guess they thought they were gonna catch a fly there, but we send a Flame Charge anyway. It gets them really low. This looks like a win. Oh wow, that is actually fantastic. We queue up the fly. They shield it. And what do I do now? I hope I don't make the mistake I sometimes make. And we make the mistake. We're never gonna make it to a move, and we just gave them extra energy. This is really novice play. I'm glad we're reviewing this so that we can talk about this. I mean, I do make this play sometimes, but I've written this out in my notes before in the past about like not making this play, and then I end up still making that play. And they're able to just because of that we just lose. We would have lived any of those moves and got to an Air Cutter at least or something like that, but Alright, getting into the next battle. And it's Blaziken into Empoleon. This is okay. I mean, Empoleon has a lot of play into our entire team, but I'm happy to see it here. They save swap a Wigglytuff, and we do a couple of counters before we counter swap our Talonflame. Now, Talonflame doesn't have much to worry about here. The Swift will do decent damage, and so will Icy Wind, but there is really no reason to shield here. They do settle for Swift, which I respect because it's a little bit cheaper, and you can probably get another one off. We do one Incinerate, and we queue up a Flame Charge. And I'm surprised that they shield this, but they do shield it up, and I'm pretty sure, okay, we're able to outpace again. And unless they double shield, they just lose their Wigglytuff. So let's see what they want to do. I wouldn't mind a double shield, actually. So yeah, we do get a double shield situation here. And I think it's probably smart to farm down with Charizard so that we have energy on two things. Two shields with Pokemon with 2 energy in the back. I mean, 2 Pokemon with energy in the back and we have 2 shields is a pretty good position for us to be in. We get the farm down on Wigglytuff, and let's see what they bring in. They bring in an Altaria, and that's pretty sketchy. It's pretty scary. Has a lot of play into our whole team, and if I remember correctly, the lead was Empoleon, so we're in a really bad position. We safe swap. We still have 2 shields though, actually, so we safe swap into our Blaziken to see what they want to do before they get up to a lot of energy. We're able to send a Blast Burn, and Blast Burn puts them in the red. You gotta love Shadow Pokemon. We still have 2 shields, so we're going to shield here, and we should settle for Aura Sphere here so that we can just also Aura Sphere the thing in the back, the Empoleon. And that's smart for us to just settle for the Aura Sphere instead of trying to go for a cheeky farm down, which will put Empoleon in a really good position. We still have just enough health to live the Metal Sounds and get to an Aura Sphere, so this is L for my opponent. And yeah, so yo, those Metal Sounds are doing a lot though, dude. Good thing we had a decent amount of health. Like if we were like in like the red, like that kind of red, we were screwed. He'd actually be able to get the farm down. GG's, well played to my opponent. All right, so getting into the next battle, and it's a Talonflame lead. It's also sketchy. And they safe swap a Marowak. I do like our response time there. We don't take any Mudslap damage, and we switch right back. We switch right into our Talonflame, queue up a Flame Charge. This is fantastic because these Incinerates are already doing so much to this Marowak that I'm 100% sure that we can power through this battle. And they rightfully shield there because they probably want to bait us with a Bone Club. It's probably a Bone Club bait. Oh, okay, this trainer full sends the Rock Slide. Shout out to them not playing any kind of games, but because of the Flame Charge boost, we're actually able to incinerate down without having to throw any damage, and we are ahead on energy against this Talonflame. We are also boosted, so they have to respect this fly. They don't respect the fly, bro. And then they just concede the match. And getting into the next battle, and it's Blaziken into Scizor, and I'm very happy to see Scizor again. Scizor has nowhere to go. I think that was the best part about being a Fire-type gym leader, because I low-key hate Scizor. They come in with Salazzle, and we don't really have to go anywhere, because again, 2 Incinerates will delete that Scizor. We have to respect the Poison Fang because the subsequent Incinerates would do so much damage. We do 2 Embers and queue up a Aura Sphere. Now this is fine because Salazzle is even classier than us, so I'm pretty sure this resisted Aura Sphere threatens a lot of damage. I doubt a knockout though. I really doubt this threatens a knockout. I kind of wish I went for Blast Burn here, especially since they only have 1 shield left, and just guaranteeing the damage or getting the shield back would be very nice. But we do get a shield, and we pivot. We are debuffed Poison Fang wise, and we pivot. Now they do have a lot of energy. This could easily be Dragon Pulse. I don't know if I want to respect it or not. And oof, it is Dragon Pulse. They have a Scizor, and they end up getting a nasty head start. I don't really like this head start. Are we about to lose to Scizor, bro? No way. Hold on, man. Hold on, dude. Yo, man, dude. Hold on. Oh no. Wait. If there's a water type, we're screwed, right? I mean, we do have a shield and a Charizard. Oh. Yo, Greninja comes in, bro. Greninja comes in. Obviously, there's a water type, bro. Scizor is on the team, dude. What did you think was gonna be there? What did you think was gonna be there, bro? What did you think was gonna be there? Yo, Greninja comes. Yo, he's gonna queue up a Hydro Cannon or Night Slash Bait. It really wouldn't matter because we have to shield anything. Yo, they have Salazzle come in, and we're able to outpace the Salazzle to an Air Cutter, and Salazzle is too glassy to handle this Air Cutter, I believe. And Salazzle is out of here. They're not gonna outpace us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna Ember down, and we are able to beat a Water type as a Fire type gym leader. That is extremely satisfying. I mean, luckily we're able to get a positive set anyway. We get a 3-2 for that set, and I think that we just have one more bonus battle, one more Ultra League bonus battle. Costume, not Alolan, Kanto Ninetales, because I've always wanted this Pokemon to work, mainly because it's such a fire shiny and it's a rank 3. We get a Fairy type lead in the beginning, and things can't go better than that. But obviously, you see a Fairy in the front, they're gonna have a Water type in the back. I mean, we're in the Ultra League, and I'm Ninetales, so I wouldn't mind if I no shielded this. I want to give my opponent the idea that I don't have a nuke move. Or would this give him the idea that I do have a nuke move? Let's see if they shield this. Anyway, yo, they shield it, bro, and we come in. Yo, we come in with Ho-Oh, bro, and it's single move. I'm not sure that was intentional while I was streaming, dude, because I definitely have the Stardust and the TMs to give this a second move, but I guess we just start using this as a bait out was enough, bro. Yo, a Feraligatr is still on the field, and we are going to chuck a Sacred Fire into said Feraligatr. He doesn't shield it, and we have one shield. I don't think we should use it, and we don't use it. Oh my god, yo, wait a minute, bro. Ultra League Ho-Oh is bulky too, just like Master League Ho-Oh, bro. Ho-Oh is a good Pokemon. Well, we're not gonna get a lot of use out of this Ho-Oh anymore, so we're just gonna let this water type do whatever he wants. He's Hydro Cannons us, and we're just gonna come in with our Charizard and try to get as much of a head start as we can. We're able to get a good farm down there before he can get to any moves. Let's see what the last Pokemon is. Well, they come in with their Florges, and I'm just gonna go straight for the Blast Burn because I am running Dragon Claw on my Ultra League Charizard, and they let the Blast Burn go. We were never gonna bait, and then we catch. This is fantastic. We catch the Chilling Water on our Ninetales. But it's not a Chilling Water, it's a Moonblast? Never mind. Okay, so unless this Regidrago doesn't respect our damage, we lose. We are on Dragon Claw. People are so used to Air Cutter Blast Burn that I can see this going through. And so yeah, we queue up the Dragon Claw and we cross our fingers. And they let it go. Nice. Because they didn't respect the Dragon Claw, we have a chance here, and we do get the farm down because they full sent a Moonblast. And GG's to our opponent. We are able to win in the Ultra League as a fire type gym leader with a single move Ho-Oh. I learned a lot from this challenge reviewing these plays, and I hope you did as well. One thing that stands out to me is that despite me being at a disadvantage, most of my losses were from misplays. So it really is interesting that you can come into Go Battle League with a mono type team or just a single type theme team like fire, water, grass, and still have play. If you know how to play the game really well. I'm hoping I learn from these mistakes, and I'm hoping you learn from them as well. But yeah, man, there were so many plays there. Like even that first set could have been like a 5-0 or a 4-1 at the very least. There were a couple of other wins that we just threw away from being greedy, and that's really interesting to me, right? Because that just means that those are games that you could win. You know what I mean? Like, and imagine you were using a meta team. How much more you could win if you just play as well as you possibly can. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see stuff like this live, I do this every night at 9:30 p.m. Well, not the Gym Leader Challenge. Gym Leader Challenge is almost over. We only have 2 typings left, but I do have a couple of other creative challenges that I will be streaming for this interlude season in Go Battle League. But yeah, 9:30 p.m. EST on Twitch every day. If you want to come check out these battles, you want to help me build a team, you want to help me choose my outfit. A lot of my viewers help me choose the outfit. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends if you really like the video. And yo, it's your boy Tap, and I'm out.